Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are here at Lanier Dirt Raceway for the Wild West National Dirt Tour. Apologize for the delay in going live. The technical issues prevented that, but we are racing on heat race number 1. Dakota Henderson out front in that sharp-looking number 5 late model. Right behind him is Trey Smith. We have a crash back in the gap. Already off the track, we stay green. 3 laps to go. Henderson out front. Trey Smith trying to catch him up on that high lane. Henderson with a hot head of steam as they head back towards turns 3 and 4. Down the front stretch once again. Henderson leading with 2 laps to go. Trey Smith trying to pull up alongside. There's people battling in the back, but they are not close enough. Trey Smith trying to work that bottom lane. Not quite able to get there. A white flag, final lap. Smith gets alongside for a second as they head into the final corner. Henderson on the outside. He's going to have the momentum. And Dakota Henderson will take the checkered flag in heat race number 1. If you're just now tuning in, thank you for joining us. This is Fearless Broadcasting, Fearless up here in the booth. And alongside me is David Justin. David, how you doing today? A little bit of radio issues at the moment, but we are here live in the booth with Fearless Broadcasting here in the Wild West Dirt Tour. And let's see what we're doing. Looks like we are in the middle of warm-up right now, so Dakota Henderson will be your race winner in heat number 1. Trey Smith will finish in 2nd position. Third position was James Napier, Justin Bell in 4th, Mike Presley Mail in 5th, Tanner Ensign 6th, Brandon Harris in 7th, and Brighton Coleman will come home in the 8th position. Brandon Harris did have to retire from that race early. But Dakota Henderson takes the checkered flag after a close battle between himself and Trey Smith. And honestly, can't wait to see what the next heat will hold. But while we're waiting for the event to start, how about we pull in a driver for an interview real quick. Pull in Dakota Henderson. Hey, Dakota, this is Fearless up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Pretty good. Very fun race. Watching you and Trey go at it for the win there. How are you feeling about this consolation race?
Feeling the best I can about it, I guess. Just gotta get out there, turn some laps, and hope for the best. Just try to be there at the end.
How do you think the track's gonna be after we do a few laps here in warm up?
I feel like the bottom's gonna be fast out the gate. You definitely got to keep it on a slide job here, but I feel like the high side will probably be the one to get going on.
Well, I'll let
you gotta race it to see how it plays out.
Can't wait to watch it. Good luck out there.
Sure.
So that was Dakota Henderson in the number 5, winner of heat number 1, as we are currently in the middle of warm-up. We got about 2 minutes left. And while we're waiting, why don't we pull in Trey Smith?
This one's for every one of those fans in the stands that pull for me every week and take all the bullshit from everybody else.
Hey Trey, Fearless up at the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you, brother.
Well, very fun watching you and Dakota duel it out there for heat race number 1. Now looking forward to the main event. How are you feeling about your chances?
I mean, Dakota's really fast. We start on front row. I think we got a good amount of laps. I think the track can slick up the way I want it to, and I think we can put them right where I need them to be. But it's gonna be a tough challenge. But everyone knows me. I'm gonna go out there and drive the wheels off this thing, and hopefully be there at the end.
Looking at the track conditions out there, what do you feel like is going to be the best lane as the race goes on?
It's hard telling. This track, I mean, some nights when it's slick, it's the bottom. Some nights when it's slick, it's the top. So, I think it's just more of where you can get your car to hook up at and get the most speed off. Right now, my car is just kind of iffy right now through really anywhere I go. But overall, I'm gonna hope and pray that it goes to the line I want it to, which I'm not gonna do, just in case Dakota's hearing this and he's just trying to hear me out. But we're gonna do our thing, and like I said, hopefully be there at the end. It's gonna be a good one.
Well, I can't wait to watch it. Good luck out there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Hopefully we can get this General Lee car back in victory lane for you, brother.
For sure. How was Trey Smith in the number 3 late model? So we are here at Lanier Raceway. Warm-up has been completed, and it's about time to have these cars grid up. As you see, headed into nighttime here at Lanier. Looks like Dakota Henderson is going to be your pole sitter. Trey Smith going to be starting in second. Third place is going to be James Napier. Fourth place is Justin Bell. Mike Presley Male is going to be in fifth. That's going to be your top 5. There are 8 drivers starting the race today for an exciting one here at Lanier Raceway. Alongside me here in the booth today is David Justin, one of Fearless Motorsports driver. How you doing today, David?
What's going on, sir?
Well, it's nice to have you up in the booth with us today. It's going to be a fun race to watch. I know you don't know a whole lot about dirt racing, but what's something you're looking forward to watching here today?
Well, I mean, I done seen a little bit of crashes during the caution already. I mean, if we could stay green right here, that's really all I'm looking for, is just to stay green. No cautions. A close race, you know, where everybody's up against each other. I know you're going to be a little aggressive here and there, but that's really all I'm wanting to see. Everybody get through here and get this race finished.
Well, pace truck headed off the pit road. Dakota Henderson on the inside, Trey Smith on the outside, and we are green flag. Henderson throwing it down low. Here's Trey Smith. Great run on the high side. They make contact. Here comes the 88 of James Napier working inside as they fade out through 1 and 2. Contact is made. Car sideways. Heavy crash in the back.
Caution is out.
And first caution is out already. That didn't take
Wow.
too long, did it?
Yeah, that was looking pretty ugly right there. Let's see here. I'm gonna.
It looks like the crash started. Trey Smith did get into Dakota Henderson. Or let's back that up a second. So James Napier threw it down on the bottom lane. That's Trey Smith in that number 3. Justin Bell in the number 8. It looks like Napier came up the track quite a bit on the exit of that corner,
Yeah.
got into the 3, and 8 just had nowhere to go. That also will collect Tanner Ensign. Not sure how much damage either of those cars sustained. But 3 drivers
Looks
with
like
damage.
88 swung it around.
Highly
Is
unfortunate incident.
is 88?
The 88's there on the bottom. The 8 is behind the 3.
Okay.
And you can see the 88
Okay.
coming up the track. Just not able to make the bottom lane stick. That's just what happens at a slick track like this. So you can see them trying to catch back up to the field. Tanner Ensign is on pit road repairing damage. But everybody else has rejoined the racing surface on the lead lap. Alrighty, pace car going to pit road.
Green, green, green.
Great jump by Dakota Henderson. And they're going 3 wide already behind him. Look at that move by Brandon Harris. Gonna chop off the nose of Mike Presley Mail. There's Justin Bell on the bottom. Here's Trey Smith.
Whoa.
Hard into the corner.
All right, man.
And he
what I
gets
was looking for.
turned.
Caution is out.
Well, I guess that's how the cookie crumbles, right?
That was an ultra aggressive move back there. I don't know what Trey was thinking about just not able to make that stick. Alright, let's watching the replay now. Trey Smith, yeah, just goes down to the bottom, just like what we saw with the pair, just not able to make it stick. Goes up, gets into the 0 of Mike Presley Mail. And then appear, nowhere to go. And Trey Smith gets turned around. And we'll get a little, pretty significant damage there to the rear end of that machine. Well, we're 6 laps in. Already have had 2 cautions. And honestly, David, some of the fastest drivers in the field already with damage. This is not what we were anticipating on seeing, at least.
Yeah, I wasn't anticipating it either. I done seen a lot of slippage already. I mean, the track doesn't look like it's. Yeah.
Green flag, green flag.
It's Henderson and Brendan Harris. Very slow start on the bottom. Henderson with a huge lead already. They're 3 wide again. Brighton Coleman working on the outside. Brandon Harris on the inside. Bell watching behind him. Look at the ride by Bell.
Ooh.
Colton has to check up. Napier almost tags Bell, and they're almost 3 wide again. Backing off now. Harris will take second. Napier has to back off, and here's Bell working the bottom. Justin Bell now to the bottom of Brandon Harris, but kind of gets it caught a little bit on that bottom lane. Outside lane momentum going to carry Harris back to the outside. As they head back around through turns 1 and 2. It's Harris on the outside for second. Justin Bell on the inside. Look at that car go. Here's Harris. He's almost going to be able to clear. And he will take the position, but now here's Brighton Coleman, teammate to that number 8, trying to work the outside. Look at the move by Bell, almost takes out the 33, and he will lose a spot to Brighton Coleman because of it. Guess now the question is, can Brandon Harris make up that second gap that Dakota Henderson has put up on the rest of the field, or is he just stuck back here now? Brighton Coleman working the extreme high lane. As behind him, here's James Napier working to the inside of Justin Bell. He's going to do a slide job on the exit of the corner. Oh, Harris is slow on the track.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Ooh.
Caution is out.
Not sure at all what happened there. That just about everybody almost rear-ended the 33 there. You see a tire left on the track. We're going to have to figure out what happened there.
You know, you got certain spots on the track that's wet and certain spots on the track that's dry, and you can see it, you know.
Yep.
And if you mess up once, you're going to go into somebody else or you're going to go into the wall.
And that's exactly what Brandon Harris did. Just taking in a little bit too much speed. Going into the corner, it goes up the track, gets in the wall, loses a tire. That will bring the caution flag out here at Lanier once again. That's going to be pretty hard to fix, though. You can imagine.
5 is looking good. He got the pole to be able to be up front, but he's doing a good job really getting ahead of everybody so he's not in these cautions.
Yeah, he's got a really fast machine. He's really able to rip the top very cleanly. And it doesn't seem like anybody else is able to carry that amount of speed. We have seen drivers like Justin Bell trying to go down to the bottom, but we've just seen so many cautions already. Just people overdriving that bottom lane. As Henderson will take the green flag again. And we'll fire off on the outside lane. And just like we were talking about, putting that right rear tire up in the cushion as they continue to fan out behind them. Look at this battle.
88.3 is trying to keep up.
That's James Napier. And here comes Trey Smith working on the outside of Bryton Coleman. Working back from a previous caution. Coleman working the inside. Napier on the outside. Trey Smith kind of bunched up right behind these two drivers. Napier with a good run. He's pulled within 0.4 of a second now of Dakota Henderson. Bryton Coleman just not able to make that inside lane worth anything as Trey Smith will follow Napier through, put the 3 up to third. Napier up to second. Now 26 laps to go. How long will we stay green? Napier working. He's going to slide up high. Trey Smith now down to the bottom. He's going to throw it in there. Sliding up the track. They almost make contact. Very clean racing off of turn number 2. So they will continue to race around. Trey Smith with a slide job. Napier with the crossover.
Ooh, what a good hold.
Napier now takes it down to the bottom. Can he make the same move? He moves up on a slide job. Trey Smith, he's going to go down to the bottom this next corner. And he's going to pull the same move. Napier now going down to the bottom. But he's not able to clear. He's going to have to back up a little bit. Almost contact between himself and Bell. Bell has to check up. Going to have to fall a couple car lengths back off the bumper of Napier. And Trey Smith will come away with the second position. As they single file out behind him, everybody running that outside lane.
Everybody 5 is gone. That's a
is-
rocket ship right there, buddy.
He is flying around these corners. But I know one thing. If there's any one person he's worried about in this race today, it's that number 3 of Trey Smith that's pulling up behind him.
He'll give him a run for his money, won't he?
If he can catch him, I don't know if he can. We still
Oh,
got,
he's coming too.
they've got 20 laps to go, and Dakota Henderson's still pulling away a little bit. Although we did, looks like the gap has closed a little bit the past couple laps. It's sitting right around 1 second. Trey Smith still using that inside lane. Inside lane does appear to be fast, but it's very dangerous to use while trying to pass somebody.
Yes, it is.
And as we watch, you can see the gap closing visually as Trey Smith continuing to work the bottom lane. He's almost there. He's almost there, David.
Here he comes. He's trying to get it.
Dakota Henderson able to carry so much momentum on that high lane.
3 is trying his hardest to intimidate him and make him come off his line.
And now you see the 3 moving up the track, trying to use the same line as the number 5. $14 laps to go. The gap
If we
sitting.
go green all the way right here.
All right, man.
Oh,
Caution is out.
nope.
Caution
I
is
just
out.
jinxed it.
You jinxed us. It's Brandon Harris again. Let's see what happened. Brandon Harris in that number 33 had a fast car, but just keeps having trouble up here on the outside lane. Oh, hard second hit. He's gonna have to tow that machine to pit road.
Bob did touch the wall a little bit before that caution happened.
Hopefully, he did not
Don't look-
sustain any serious damage.
Yeah, so yeah, 33 did too. But 5 didn't.
It's on these restarts. So we're going to have 13 laps to go. Whoa, a little bit of contact behind
Ooh.
Trey Smith. Oh, the beer in the wall. Oh, he throws it in there. I thought for a second he was going to slide up in front of Trey. Maybe a little bit of contact between Trey and Bell. Here's Trey having to do a crossover. Napier does a slide job contact between Bell and Napier. Oh, look at the damage on the right front of James Napier.
Ooh.
Here's Coleman working to break
88.
this mess up.
88 tried his hardest not to run over 3, and he checked up on him.
That 88 definitely has a little bit more speed than he did the last run. It's Trey Smith just trying to work that outside lane and get away from these guys. It's just not pulling away fast enough. So we only have 9 laps to go. Dakota Henderson is gone.
All right, man. Caution.
Oh,
is out.
caution flag.
is out.
Ooh.
Where'd that happen at?
Oh, Mike Presley Male with trouble. So this was a little bit behind the battle that we were watching. Oh, yeah, just having a little bit too much trouble. And it goes around on him. That will bring the caution flag out once again. As we're only going to have 7 laps to go. Dakota Henderson has had a very fast machine all night long. Trey Smith just not able to get the runs on the inside he needs to compete.
Yeah, my brother Dylan Ost, that is on our team. He would love to be in this race right here. He taught me a lot about dirt. So he would probably be up there with 5 and 3 and 88 right now.
Well, maybe next week he can hop in here. Also, if you are watching on stream, if you're interested in racing, be sure to shoot me a message on Discord.
Green.
So we only have 7 laps to go here. Here's Trey Smith. Good start by the 3. He's going to slide it in there. They almost make contact. Dakota Henderson working the outside. Trey Smith on the inside. Good battle going.
You know, number 3 is like, man, the cautions keep on coming out, and he was ready to pass 5.
I know that number 5 just wants this to go green. The more restarts he has, the greater the chance Trey Smith has to get around him.
Yes. Wow, what a race.
It's been a very entertaining one for sure. Alright, I do believe we're either going to have 5 or 6 laps to go. When we go back to green.
I'll chill with you here for a little bit longer, maybe another 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go over here and getting these next
Ding, ding, ding.
gens and getting this Atlanta race.
It's going to be a fun one. As here's Trey Smith diving it in there. Slide job on Henderson. What's he going to do? Henderson stays up high. Trey Smith back down to the bottom. Napier coming along behind Trey Smith to the race lead. First time today. Here's Henderson now to the bottom. He's going to pull up the slide job. Trey Smith with the crossover. Continuing to battle back and forth. Trey Smith at the race lead at the moment. Oh, he goes down to block Henderson. Then he has to slide up the track. Henderson going to take the spot away once again.
Wow, what a move.
What that's some very good racing by both drivers, just taking up the other's line. As Trey Smith will now start to fall off a little bit. He and James Napier go at it.
88 is trying his hardest to stay in.
Oh, they made contact. They make contact, but they're going to get away with it. As the white flag will come out over Dakota Henderson. Dakota Henderson won the heat race, started on the pole. He's going to come around, lead almost every lap. Dakota Henderson will take the checkered flag here at Lanier.
What a nice
Great
finish,
race
bro.
from these guys. And I'm not sure what happened behind while we were watching this battle, but Tanner Ensign will have a recovery up to third place. And James Napier will come in fourth, Justin Bell in fifth, Mike Presley Male in sixth, Brighton Coleman in seventh, and Brandon Harris will come in the eighth position.
No.
Alright, let's see if we can pull in your race winner for an interview real quick. Hey Dakota, this is Fearless in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Well, you took the lead right off, led most of the race up until that battle between you and Trey. Still come away with the victory. Talk us through your race and that battle between you and the three.
Man, I mean the three, he kept me honest there towards the end. But just worked out high side, and it kept me good. And when I needed to go to the bottom, I was able to, and it got me where I was at. Yeah, can't really say too much. High side got me going, and the bottom helped me out when I needed it.
We did see at the beginning of the race some incidents, just people trying to run the bottom, and it's just a little bit too slick, I guess, from what they're used to. Was it much different than practice, or what do you think was going on there?
To be honest with you, I didn't practice the bottom a whole bunch in practice. The high side's been fast the previous week, so I just kind of worked it in to practice running closer to the wall.
Well, it sure
So
worked out for you
I couldn't
today.
give you an honest answer on the bottom. Yep, that it did.
Well, congratulations. I'll let you get going here. Can't wait to watch you next week.
Good win,
Sir,
Dakota.
till then. Thank you.
That was Dakota Henderson in the number 5. Next, we'll pull in Trey Smith. What an up and down.
This
day
one's for
Trey
every one of those
Smith
fans in the
the
stands that
number
pull for me
3,
every week
back
and
to
take
the
all the
front
bullshit
multiple
from everybody
times.
else.
Trey, talk us through your race, especially that beginning couple laps and your recovery up to almost the race win.
Yeah, the car was all right. Definitely. I don't know if the tire the right rear didn't kick in, or the track just wasn't where we needed to be. Definitely kind of had the slider groove going, and we were able to catch Dakota a little bit, and actually we were right there. And I don't know. I think after that, one of those cautions came out, we had to do our second fast repair and drove our way back up like a bad MFer. I don't know, just I don't know, after 3-4 laps of having really, really strong speed, we just, we couldn't get out the rolling. Like I said, I don't know if the right rear just didn't get the heat in it again or what. I know had the lead for a minute, but Dakota just had a freaking rocket ship tonight. So congrats to him, and can't thank everybody at G Lightning Motorsports for giving me a pretty decent car tonight. Looking forward to Eldora next week, and hopefully take the win there.
Well, can't
Trey,
wait to.
you was looking really good, bro. And so, like, do you think that if there wouldn't have been as many as cautions, because I mean, you took the lead. Do you think you would have been able to get past him if it would have stayed green?
I mean, maybe. We were definitely catching them. For a minute when we were kind of running the slider line, and we were right there on them. And then when we took the lead, we threw the slider, took the lead, and I don't know if I just wasn't on the gas as much as what I thought I was, or some. I don't know. I thought I was getting wrecked at some point, so I let off for a split second. I probably shouldn't have. That's probably what cost me the win. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a what if. I hate what ifs. I hate to give a win like that. It's one of my best tracks, one of my favorite tracks to run at. So definitely stings a little bit more.
Okay.
I do think maybe if we would have stayed green and we didn't have those many cautions, I definitely think it would have been definitely a a finish of the year for Fearless Broadcasting. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Ethan.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Well, can't wait to watch you next week, Trey. Congratulations and all that fun stuff.
Nice position, brother.
I appreciate it, guys. Real quick, I just want to give a quick shout out to Gene. I'm not gonna explain why, but for everybody that's in here in this league knows why. So, Gene, if you're watching, brother, we love you. We're always here for you. We're always we're one big family, no matter how much we act like children. So, we're praying for you, brother, and God bless you.
Amen.
God bless everybody. Huge shout out to GLM, Race Car Bodies by Daily, Redline Radio, Fearless Broadcasting, of course. Ethan, appreciate you stepping up and broadcasting the Dirt Tour. Looking forward tomorrow night, and looking forward to Eldora next weekend. We got a special surprise for you next week, Ethan. Promise you that.
I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see you next week, buddy.
Yes, sir. Later, brother.
Alrighty, and last but not least, let's pull in your third place finisher, Tanner Ensign. Hey, Tanner, this is Fearless.
Everybody who doubted us doesn't know us.
I got you. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Well, pretty good. I don't know where you came from. Last time I looked, you were about to go a lap down. And then we take the checkered flag, and you're in third place. What happened?
It wasn't my night. First off, I want to start off by saying that, my thoughts and prayers are out there with Gene Watkinson, fellow teammate, fellow racer, losing his wife earlier in the week. But yeah, it just was not my night at all. I got caught up in that wreck on like lap 2, and then I lost steering, so I ended up going a lap down. And then my teammate Mike was making my life hell tonight. Every time I had a run, he'd end up right in front of me, and I'd run into the back of him, and ended up having to use my second of the 3 fast prepares. And then after that, it just hooked up. I just dive bombed him and got ahead of him and ahead of Justin, and I thought I was going to end up 4th, and Justin kept beating off the door, and I hit the wall a couple times, and Trey and James had a little bit of contact, and I just threw it in and hope it stuck, and it did. And that's somehow I ended up 3rd out of this. I think I probably averaged 7th or 8th place for the first 38 laps of this thing, so it just worked out.
Nice.
How was the track for you tonight? I know the outside lane definitely was a little bit more dominant, and we saw a lot of incidents stemming from the inside lane.
I felt like it kind of moved around a lot throughout the race. Early on, the inside was fast, and then it moved back up to the top, and then back down to the bottom seemed to be the place to be there at the end. Um, it would slick off up top there towards the end. That's how I ended up in the wall a couple times, but it would hold its own, just wasn't as good if you could hit the bottom just right.
Well, how do you feel going into next week at Eldora? I know there's a lot of confidence from other drivers in the field. How do you feel about your chances of maybe taking home a checkered flag?
Eldora is definitely the dirt track I've spent the most time on. We're going to a higher horsepower car for the bigger tracks, so that'll be fun. Somebody's got to give Trey a run for their money, and Dakota has done it now, and somebody else got to get up there and get a win too. I was surprised to see him in the field as much tonight as I did.
Well, congratulations on a third place finish, and I guess can't wait to move on and see you next week.
Sounds good, buddy. We'll see you next week.
That was Tanner Ensign, your third place finisher here at Lanier. Well, David, it was a very fun race to watch as we get ready to hop off of here for the night. Any last thoughts as we look forward to next week at Eldora?
Oh, I mean, just the experience I was in awe. I'm just over here just watching. Trying to see how these guys run. So just in case if I ever wanted to come up in there and get a piece of that action. But yeah, the experience was amazing, like it always is. And to be able to come in here and hang out with you and our fans across the world, yeah, it was amazing. Can't wait for next week.
Well, thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Fearless Broadcasting and the Wild West Late Model Dirt Tour. Be sure to tune in next week. We'll be going to Eldora, same time, same place. Big congratulations to Dakota Henderson and Trey Smith and Tanner Ensign, your top three finishers. And thank you for David, for you hopping in the booth with me. It's always a pleasure to have somebody else alongside. Special thanks to all of our sponsors out there, both Wild West and Fearless broadcasting sponsors. If you have noticed, they've been scrolling across the screen throughout the night. But big thank you to all of them, and thank you to all the fans who come out here each and every week. But until next week, this is Fearless signing off. Good night, folks.